A conspiracy, a secret plan to harm someone or an institution. I don't know if you're the type who get hooked on conspiracy theories. You know, those wild stories claiming that there's a colony of kids on Mars, that Texas snow is fake, or that Coca-Cola hides satanic symbols on their bottles. Well, if the story I'm about to tell you wasn't backed up by countless pieces of undeniable evidence, you probably wouldn't have believed me either. But it involves companies you know very well. Companies that look harmless, ordinary, and even boring, and yet you have probably already been their customer, whether for work or for school. I'm talking about printer manufacturers. Now, of course, you probably already know that the printer business model is a little bit shady. Printers are so cheap, but the real goal is to lock you in so they can later sell you overpriced cartridges. It's the classic razor and blade model. Nobody makes money selling razors, coffee machines, or printers. These devices exist only to make sure you buy the consumables that go with them at one place for a high price. You might think that's the only trick printer companies use. Annoying, sure, but unusual. I thought the same until I dug deeper, and what I found was unbelievable. One morning I was at the office trying to print an important document. Suddenly the printer refused to work. Low ink level, it said, even though you had only printed about 10 pages. So I did what anyone will do. I went on Amazon to check cartridges price, 45 euros. Out of curiosity, I checked the price of the printer itself, 60 euro. How does a single cartridge cost almost as much as the entire machine, which has a processor, a screen, and tons of parts? So I started investigating, and then I stumbled on a shocking revelation. The real cost of producing a cartridge is not 45 euro, it is not 20 euro, it is not even 5 euro, it's 23 cents. Yes, less than a candy bar. And that tiny plastic object with a chip on it, it's sold at a markup that makes ink one of the most expensive liquids on earth, worth more in liters than fine champagne, perfume, or even human blood. But the scam doesn't stop there. Ever noticed how your printer blocks you, saying the cartridge is empty when you're sure there's still ink left? That's because there is. In some cases, up to 30 to 40% of ink is remaining on the cartridge that is said to be empty. Why? Because a tiny chip tells it to stop working after a certain number of pages, regardless of how much ink is inside. That's not technical limitation. That's planned obsolescence, straight up sabotage to force you to buy more. And yes, this has led to lawsuits. Epson, HP, and others has been sued in class actions for fake empty cartridge warnings, for blocking third-party cartridges, and even for pushing hidden firmware overnight updates that disable your printer if you dare use cheaper alternatives. Imagine if your car manufacturer sends a secret update at night, blocking your car because you bought gasoline from a competitor. Outrageous, right? Well, that's exactly what printer companies are doing with ink. Some hackers even found ways to reset cartridge chips to keep printing, which proof is not about safety, it's about money. And here's the cherry on top. During the global chip shortage, Canon had to sell cartridges without chips. And guess what? They work perfectly fine. This basically means the chips, these so-called safety features, were useless all along. So yes, this conspiracy theory is real, and it's happening right under your nose every time you hit prints. Which other conspiracy theory is real according to you? Put your answer in the comment section. Ciao.